No! No! Are you f***ing kidding me? Oh Christ. Where are the enemies? Where are the enemies? I need something to kill, but I'm dead anyway because there's no zombies. There's none. Woo! Oh my god! Chat, my heart is beating. Hey everyone, Clarky here, welcome back to another video. Today I am back and today I'll be talking to you guys as to why I think Cranked from Black Ops 6 Zombies is the best version of Cranked and the best side mode in Zombies that we have seen in quite a long time. Now for anyone who doesn't know what I mean by side mode, I basically mean side modes like Turn, Grief and in this case Cranked, not main modes like Round Based or Outbreak. So that's what we're talking about today. But before we talk about Cranked, what is Cranked? Now Cranked was originally introduced into multiplayer and the moment you eliminated an enemy within the Cranked game mode, you would then get a set time limit of 1 minute to then eliminate another enemy, and then I think the longer you survived, that set time limit would go down to a max of 50 seconds and then a max of 40 seconds, and you need to keep eliminating enemies because if your time limit hits 0, you will be eliminated yourself. So you need to keep eliminating enemies to stay alive for the rest of the game. And this was then introduced into Black Ops Cold War Zombies. Now the thing with Black Ops Cold War Zombies is that not everyone was a really big fan of it, as you couldn't do the Easter eggs and there was a lot of other stuff that you couldn't do in Cranked. It was just base Cranked. Me personally, I've always loved Cranked in multiplayer, so to have it in Zombies was so much fun when it came into Black Ops Cold War Zombies for the first time. But the issue that I had with it is that it was limited time, but then it came back for Cranked 2.0. But I will be honest, I don't remember what Cranked 2.0 added in that was so new compared to when Cranked was first added into Cold War. So if you guys know, let me know in the comment section down below. But Cranked in that game was really fun. I enjoyed it. It wasn't everyone's cup of tea, but me and a couple of others did enjoy the mode, and it made it so you could actually have all the box locations have a box there. So anywhere you went to any box location, there would be a box there. So it was really helpful. On top of that, it was really challenging and fun to do, especially when Cold War Zombies is a really easy game. So the Cranked game will completely switch the difficulty of that game very quickly. But now it is back in Black Ops 6 Zombies and it is so much fun. The biggest thing I want to say is I love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle collaboration with it. I think it's cool. The only problem is the microtransaction side of it, but aside from that, the actual theme of it itself I think is personally cool. On top of that, if we go talk about the mode, you can actually do the Easter eggs within this mode. Unlike Cold War Zombies, you actually couldn't do the Easter eggs, but in this case you actually can. And what makes me love this mode even more is that we've never had a side Zombies game mode where you could actually do the main Easter egg on top of it. I'm pretty sure Black Ops 6 Zombies Cranked is the first one to do it. On top of that, they've got dedicated rewards for the mode where you can get a limited time calling card if you do the Easter egg in the Cranked game mode for all 4 maps. It's just the basic calling card, but you'll get like a little turtle shell at the bottom right. On top of that, you can unlock a gobblegum from Phoenix Up, Wall Power, Hidden Power, and then of course Perkaholic, and then I'm pretty sure you unlock XP as well. So honestly, it's quite fun. But the only thing I will say about Black Ops 6 Zombies Cranked is that the fact that you cannot do side Easter eggs, which is very annoying and disappointing. But aside from that, the mode itself I find really fun, and that the fact that there was more of a purpose to do the Easter egg on that mode was a lot of fun. The only big problem I have with it is that it is limited time. Every side mode that we have had in Black Ops 6 Zombies has been limited time. Squid Game, Jingle Hells, and now Cowabunga Cranked. Here's the thing though, with Squid Game I somewhat understand season 2's over. I really hope they bring it back for season 3, and at that point they completely make it so we could do the Easter egg on that mode and that the round limit is at anything round 100, because I definitely think that mode could have had a lot of potential. So honestly, please Shark, bring the mode back, readjust it and bring it back permanently. For stuff like Jingle Hells, you know, I would love it if they kept it permanent, but I totally understand why. I mean, it's a Christmas event. Christmas doesn't last all year round, so I get it why it's limited time. But Cowabunga Cranked, please make it permanent. If anything, if they were to get rid of it and then bring it back but it doesn't have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle theme, I'm totally okay with that. That makes sense to me. So honestly, Shark, if you do that, I'll be happy. Just make it permanent sometime in the future, please. Even though it's not the side mode that we wanted, it's still fun. Others like myself really want grief, especially when Black Ops Cold War Zombies really could have fit grief well, especially when you have the whole Requiem versus Omega team. You know, that would have been such a great concept for Cried, and the fact that we don't have that for Black Ops 6 Zombies is kind of disappointing. So honestly, again, even though it's not the mode we wanted, it's a mode that we've seen only once in Cold War and it's just been brought back in Black Ops 6 Zombies. Even though it's better, we would have still preferred something else, a mode that we haven't seen in a long time. Big example is of course Grief, Hell Even Turned. But I still love Cranked. Now, I did ask your guys' thoughts on Twitter on what you guys think about Cranked, and this is what you guys said. We got one from Mr. Johnny Jr., and he says, simple, haven't touched it, too busy with camos to notice. Now, I totally get that. Everyone wants the camo grind, so they don't want to play it, but yet again, it's not everyone's cup of tea. I totally understand, but if you've never played it once, I'd at least recommend giving it a try, especially within Black Ops 6 Zombies. So honestly, you do you, bruh, but I'd really recommend at least giving it a try. We got one from Insane Gamer, and he says, I love the difficulty that it adds. The challenge and risk of failure on every map makes it fun. Calling card and gobblegum rewards are great. Would love to see repeatable rewards for regular Easter eggs like guaranteed gobblegum spins. I do wish that timer hitting 0 was a down and not a death. Now, I'm absolutely agreeing with everything Insane Gamer is saying here. Now, when the timer hits 0 and instead of just instantly game overing and you just taking the down, I totally understand that. But as you know, within Black Ops 6 Zombies, you're only limited to getting 3 self-revives. Cranked makes the game so much harder. I wouldn't want the game to limit it to 3 self-revives. I think the moment you're downed, once you're back up, that's it. The next time your timer's up or you go down or whatever, that's it. Game's over. I think you should only be limited to 1 self-revive in the game personally. Specifically Cranked here. And then the other thing as well with the Easter egg rewards being gobblegums, I completely agree, but seeing repeatable rewards every time you do the Easter egg, you're at least guaranteed some form of gobblegum, maybe like an epic or an ultra rare mega at least, you know, that would be great. And that shouldn't just be for Cranked, that should be for the main base mode being round based, and I think that would be great to see in future Call of Duty Zombies games as well. So Treyarch, please, repeatable Easter egg rewards would be greatly appreciated for both Cranked and the main base mode of Black Ops 6 Zombies, and hell, maybe even directing mode. Make that so we can get rare gobblegums and legendary gobblegums or something, I don't know, but do something, make us get more gobblegums and repeatable rewards. I think that would be great. We got one from Z_1620, and he says, modes like this I really enjoy, as it presents a challenge. Keeping the Easter eggs active is a huge W. Unique rewards for completion of the maps is great, but just wish they were repeatable. I would like to see the modes added in permanently. Again, I completely agree with this comment. I love Cranked. It's a huge W in my book, especially when you could do the Easter eggs. I just really wish, like I said with Insane Gamer's comment, I want it to be repeatable, and of course I want the mode to be added in permanently. So 100% agree. We got one from No Name here, and he says, it's buns. I know some people really like it, but I cannot view it as a recycled mode that was already terrible in Cold War. New unique game modes or something like Grief, which we haven't seen in a long time, is something I would really want to see. I'm just not engaged with this event. Now, in terms of like the event side of it with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles stuff, totally understand that. It's not everyone's thing, you know, and I'm kind of not like that as well personally, even though the whole thing with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is cool. The fact that it's locked behind microtransactions is ass. But aside from that, it's somewhat cool if you just completely block out the microtransaction side of it. In terms of the mode, I get it. It's really not everyone's cup of tea here. But me personally, I really like it. In Cold War, I totally understand as to why people think it's terrible. But at least in Black Ops 6 Zombies, if you go for the main Easter egg, which you can actually do in the side mode, on top of that, you can actually get rewards, it would be great. I just think it would be more appreciated if the rewards were repeatable. So honestly, Treyarch, please make it happen. But aside from that, he's not wrong, especially when it is a recycled mode. I really would have wished we saw a completely new mode or a mode we hadn't seen in a long time. Like I said previously, and like No Name said, Grief. We got one from Mackler Games, and he says, it's just the best limited time mode so far. It's fun and difficulty is really good if you're doing Easter eggs or just playing with random high rounds. The worst part is that the rewards suck ass and it's limited time, which means it's going away in 3 weeks. Now, it being limited time, I totally understand. In terms of the rewards being ass, I personally disagree. I think getting gobblegums would be nice. The only problems I have with them is that they're not repeatable. That's it. Getting XP, still helpful, but the calling card though is disappointing. It's cool, it's another way of showing that you actually got the Easter egg done on the map, especially on that mode. But the fact that it's just the same base calling card that you get with just a little turtle shell on the bottom right corner of it, it's disappointing. But aside from that, I'm more agreeing to disagreeing with you there. We got one from Too Bad for Xbox, and he says, trying to do cranked Easter eggs feels like getting pegged by all 4 turtles and their melee weapons. I need to ban this dude from my Twitter. We got one from Thunderstruck115, and he says, it's fun once or twice, but gets old real fast. Also, I find that the melee weapon power-ups are more annoying than helpful. Now, this is something I forgot to mention, and I totally agree. The melee weapons themselves are awesome, but the problem is that when you get the melee weapon power-up in that mode, so basically you could get like the scythes, or the stick, or the swords, or the nunchucks, like you could get anything depending on the character you're playing on. But the problem is that it's kind of like Black Ops 1's Death Machine. Within Black Ops 1's Death Machine, if you picked up that Death Machine, you couldn't switch your weapon to get rid of it, but in Black Ops 3, you could. This is the exact same thing here. If you get the melee weapon power-up within Cranked within Black Ops 6 Zombies, you can't get rid of it, and it can be really annoying sometimes. So Treyarch, if you could fix that, or if you bring back Cranked and make it permanent, please make sure that doesn't happen. I beg, please. But aside from that, I love Cranked. I know some people love Cranked. I feel like more people are loving Cranked with this year's Black Ops 6 Zombies compared to how they liked it within Cold War, which I totally understand why. Having to do the Easter egg in this side mode for the first time ever, being able to do an Easter egg within a side mode within Zombies is great. On top of that, you're getting rewarded for it. I think it's awesome. And just in general, I think it's just more fun to play in this game compared to that of Cold War. I want it to be permanent. I want more repeatable rewards, and of course the whole melee power-up thing. Make it so we could just trade it out, so we're not constantly keeping it until we need to wait for the whole power-up timer to go down. Please, Treyarch, I beg. But aside from that, Cranked all around, I do enjoy. And me personally, even though it's a recycled mode, I think this is the best version of Cranked that we've gone so far within Black Ops 6 Zombies, and honestly the best side mode that we've gone in Black Ops 6 Zombies so far, and probably in a while. But that's just me personally. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all did enjoy. If you guys did, please subscribe, leave a like, click the notification bell also to the channel. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you all within the next video or live stream. And goodbye.